Good evening, everybody. It's 7 p.m. It's Friday night, August 28th in the Big 2-6. I'm James of the Hat and Beard Show, your attentive audience, and tomorrow is the preseason finale for the Detroit Lions, a last chance for some guys to make an impression. Tonight we're going to discuss who makes the 53, who's in, who's out. We're even going to take a crack at who can maybe look at be on the practice squad. All right, we are looking at it. Tomorrow's a big day for a good chunk of these guys, right? And this happens every single year. We spend all of training camp falling in love with these guys, right? These depth pieces, and I mean that in the lowest, least offensive term possible. But these role players, right? We kind of get in love with them, and then what happens? Well, the majority of them don't ever sniff the field, But there are some guys that are in some interesting battles. Mostly I think we're looking linebackers, we're looking defensive line, and maybe even some offensive line depth, right? We got some guys, we got some names, and tomorrow's a big day for a lot of them. So we'll discuss that. There is a poll up in the chat if you want to take in that. TK85. Thumb Kennedy. Why do we call him Thumb Kennedy? Because every time I watch him play, I'm giving him one of these and one of these, normally at the same time. But I got to hold the microphone. But old Thumb Kennedy. Personally, I like Thumb Kennedy as the wide receiver 5. There's a poll up, though. TK85 on the 53. Yes, wide receiver 5 with 80% of the vote. No, he's the practice squad king for the Detroit Lions. But we'll discuss all of that, taking your chats. Let's go ahead and get in the show.
If you can say the word good, guess what? It means you're still alive. It means you're still breathing. And if you're still breathing, well, then hell, you still got some fight left in you. So get up, dust off, reload, recalibrate, re-engage, and go out on the attack.
All right, good evening, Mad Hatter Nation. How you guys doing down there in the chat? Brandy, my mom, Jack, Big Honk, everybody's here hanging out on a Friday night. Let's take a little look at our national news coverage. It's a Lion-centric show today, guy. It is what it is. We're breaking down the training camp view of all of the draft picks. If you want the full article, there is a link in the description over here at ESPN. But we're just looking at the Lions. Round 1. Man, Blake Miller. Now, guy, if you need any more reason to subscribe to the channel, go ahead and peruse down my catalog of daily uploads. You will see that we have been talking about Blake Miller since before the draft, going to the Lions at 17. So I love reading this kind of stuff about Blake Miller. The Lions drafted Miller to be the day one starter, and he has lived up to the hype playing right tackle after Detroit decided to switch all-pro Penei Sewell to the left side, his natural position. Miller has turned heads this preseason and has his quick adaptability has impressed quarterback Jared Goff. Quote, he just continues to not make the same mistake twice. And his mistakes go down and down every day. And I think that's what you're looking for. Every day seems like he's getting less and less. Seems like it's getting less and less, and he's starting to settle in. Now, we've seen it all preseason long. I know it's the preseason. And I know week 1, it's not going to... It's probably not going to look as easy as it has been for him in the preseason, but damn, has it looked good, boy. Has it looked good, guy. Woo! Our second-round pick, Derrick Moore. Although Moore has missed a couple of weeks of training camp with a minor wiener injury, he has caused problems off the edge this preseason. He logged a couple of tackles and a sack and a forced fumble in his preseason debut against Washington. Moore is expected to continue to contribute to Detroit's edge rushing rotation immediately. Opposite Aiden Hutchinson. Yes, I think he will be a very nice complimentary piece. Obviously, no third-round pick. Jimmy Rolder was off to a solid start, our fourth-round pick, after suffering a hamstring injury on the third day of camp, but he's expected to return for the regular season. Number 5, our fifth-round pick, my guy, my other guy, my guy. I'm doing backflips about this guy. Keith Abney. He saw some first-team reps at nickel throughout camp and is expected to be a key part of our defense while also contributing on special teams. Of course, Kendrick Law blew his ACL out way back in June, so we never got to see this year what Kendrick Law could have been. I was putting a lot of Deebo Samuel projections onto him. Maybe next year, bud. Try not to kick your table over there, big guy. Hey-oh, watch out. Skyler Gill-Howard talking about a big guy with wheels. Our 6th-round pick, he has a chance to earn a spot in a loaded tackle room due to his strong play throughout the preseason, where he's shown flashes of his playmaking ability. Yeah, dude's got wheels. Can we just call it what it is? Skyler Gill-Howard. He's got a hot motor, dude. He's a hard-running Jesse. He's out there playing like his hair's on fire. It's what we need, dude. It is the Aiden Hutchinson effect. You see it on Hassanin. You see it on Skyler Gill-Howard. The impact that this high motor, this high-intensity defense is going to have. Guy, I'm telling you, I'm telling you, 1,000 sacks. 1,000 sacks for our defense in 2026. 1,000 sacks in the Big 2-6. And, of course, our 7th-round pick, Tyree West. Tyree who? Tyree West, haven't heard a lot out of him. West drafted as a potential rotational defensive end, but didn't log many preseason snaps and could be a long shot to make the 53-man roster. And that's according to Eric Woodyard. Eric Woodyard. I'm going to switch these stories up real quick. Just because I want to end on a little bit of a nice little Friday night send off, you guys. So that is the breakdown over here at ESPN.com. Don't forget there is a link down in the description if you want to read your team. If it's not the Detroit Lions, there are 31 other teams in the NFL, believe it or not, who have had training camp and an offseason and had draft picks. So go ahead and check it out down there. But we are heading on over to A to Z Sports as we keep this Friday night freight train rolling. Guy, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell so you can get notified every single time we go live Monday through Friday, 7 to 8 p.m. right here at YouTube when we can get it to work, Rumble, and Kick. Also, hit the like button. Share this around. We are trying to climb up. I don't know what's going on. Guy, I don't know what's going on. But I don't know. Maybe it's like, is that a Sticks? What's up, Sticks? Yo! What up, brother? How you doing, man? Good to see you, dude. My views shot up yesterday. We had almost 300 views on yesterday's live stream. And I don't know if YouTube accidentally took the thumb off of my channel real quick or what's going on, but it was sick. Trying to keep that momentum going as we barrel down into the regular season. Probably not going to hit that 1K goal by the start of the regular season, but there is still a chance that we can make it happen. And I need you to help me out with that. So share this around or subscribe if you're new here. Thanks for bearing with me while we do the call to action. Over here at A to Z Sports, let's take a look at the practice squad projection. The slipper, Mike Payton. He's got the Lions have several young players worth developing after cuts, but Brad Holmes should also leave room to add prospects and veterans released elsewhere. That is a possibility. But for the same, this is we can poach away from other teams can poach away from us. So you kind of gotta, really weigh your options. You don't want to try and stash a guy, just have another team come in and swoop him out, and then you never have anything. You know what I mean? That's why I'm Hassanin is 100% on the roster, right? Because a guy like Ahmed Hassanin hits practice squads, he's getting claimed up by somebody 100%. His motor's too hot, too intense. He has too much upside, too much potential. But it is what it is. I don't think Hassanin. I'm pretty sure he's making the 53-man roster, guys. So let's take a little look down here. Go ahead and pause this cat. But I said pause this cat. Luke Altmaier. This one requires some explanation. Altmaier appeared on the 53-man roster projection, and that might seem contradictory. The suspicion is that the Lions will look for another quarterback on the waiver wire or through free agency once cuts happen Sunday or Monday. Once Detroit finds someone the coaching staff trusts a little more, Altmaier slides to the practice squad. Some fans worry that he might get claimed, but that doesn't work. But it just doesn't work that way with undrafted rookies. Undrafted quarterbacks are very rarely claimed on the waiver wire. It barely ever happens. Most often than not, they return to the team they just spent the entire summer with because that's where they have the best shot. Altmaier could come right back. I'm really torn about Luke Altmaier. I don't know what to do because I'm not happy with the lack of quarterback play I've seen out of Josh Dobbs. The run Stronat, yeah, he's athletic. And you guys, I've said it time and time again. For a 2-game stretch, give me Josh Dobbs. Anything longer than that, give me Luke Altmaier, dude. He's short. If Luke Altmaier was 6'4", he probably would have had first-round projections on him. He can fling it. I don't know. I don't watch much college tape on him, but what I've seen in the preseason, that kid can fling that ball, dude. He's got a pretty good release on him, and he throws a real nice spiral. Probably needs a little bit of polish and development, but, it is what it is. As an undrafted rookie, you're not going to get as much time and as much attention to, say, like a first, second, third-round quarterback. You know what I'm saying? I like Luke Altmaier, dude. I like what I see, man. I think he's got some talent. Am I crazy, Chet? Am I crazy while this stupid fucking Lexus? Oh, yeah. Hey, look at a Lexus ad where people just walk around. Walking around. Walking and walking and walking. God, dude, this is what I hate about A to Z, dude. This stupid Lexus ad. Always just like, look at it. Follow my, look. Can't get away. Can't escape. Am I crazy about Luke Altmaier, guy? The new stand-up version of the show. Love it. Hell yeah, dude. Thank you, man. I appreciate it, bro. It's more comfortable. I feel like it's just, I get to be way more natural, way more myself. I know that sounds silly. It just sounds silly, but I get to just, I get to express myself through the medium of dance. You know what I'm saying, dude? I get to actually do stuff over here. How do we feel? Do you guys like Luke Altmaier? Are we into the Luke Altmaier move, or are we stashing him? Altmaier would likely be a starter. Bro, I would be a starter in Miami, throwing left-handed, bro. You know what I'm saying, dude? Look, there's another Lexus ad up. Look, there's 2 Lexus ads. Look at it. Ah! I can't escape it. Get out of here. Get out of here. Go. This is why I stopped reading A to Z Sports. This is why I stopped coming to you, Slipper. Because you guys be hitting me with these stupid fucking Lexus ads, bro. Eric Hunter. Jack and I were talking about this earlier. What do you guys think about Eric Hunter? Do you think he's a practice squad guy or not? He's a player the Lions clearly like, but he's not ready yet. More of a 2027 type of prospect. Maybe gets elevated to special teams at some point. But the season is about time on task, more reps, more practice. What do you guys think about that, Eric Hunter? I think the linebacker room is already pretty full. Action Jack, Devin White, Malcolm Rodriguez, Derek Barnes, probably slide into whiskey. You know what I'm saying, dude? That's 5 guys. My mom likes Altmaier's. Stick likes Altmaier. Hell yeah, Altmaier would be a start. Yeah, dude. Yeah, Brandy. That's what I was like. He ain't wrong though. He ain't wrong, dude. Luke Altmaier would be the starter in Miami though, for real. Dude, did you hear that their practice was terrible the other day, dude? They're not going to be in a good, not ideal to be the Miami Dolphin or a fan of the Miami Dolphins. Might maybe just like try and find a team that you can be a refugee of. You know what I mean? Go be a Bucks fan or something. I don't know. They seem to be all fucked up too. Jacksonville. I think Houston's going to win the South, but hey. Eric O'Neal, he falls into the same category. The Lions see the end goal with him, what he can do and what he can be, but they're not ready for him to jump in right now. Like Altmaier and Hunter, there's no real concern about O'Neal getting claimed. Undrafted rookies just don't get poached off the waiver wire with any regularity. All 3 will be available to come back, and all 3 should want to because Detroit offers the best chance to grow. I do like Eric O'Neal. I think he's got quite a coachability. I think he's got a good frame, good skill set. Needs to kind of do the Ahmed Hassanin thing, add a little bit, maybe not as much weight. He needs a little bit more strength to kind of combat the size of NFL offensive linemen and a little bit more polish. Though I think he does have some upside to him, in a pinch, a 1 week stint on the regular season. Yeah, you might see some John Kaminsky style production out of him. But I think when you look at the defensive end room, you got Hutch and Wanham and Moore and Hassanin. It's just too many bodies, dude. It's too many bodies. You're fighting an uphill battle. Travion Williams, he earned a spot with a strong preseason game Saturday, and the Lions probably want to see what else they can get out of him. Here comes another Lexus ad. Get out of here, Lexus ad. Oh, my God, I can't get away. Look, it's just right in the middle. It's just like, go fuck yourself. Dude. Oh, my God, this is so fucking annoying, dude. Well, that's it for this article. I'm not reading it. I'm done. That's so trashy, dude. That's so A to Z Sports. That is so low rent of you, dude. That is so poor. You are just so skeevy for putting those type of letting those fucking type of ads run. That's just low rent, dude. You are just very, very low rent. Do better, right? Just do better. Be more professional. If you acted the part of an actual, sports media news outlet and didn't just like stamp ads right in the middle of people's screens, maybe you would be respected a little bit more. Maybe you'd have more traction. Maybe people wouldn't look at you as, a toilet rag. You know what I'm saying? But for this, Jesus, jumping up and down, guys. Like, are you serious? You're just going to... there was 2 Lexus ads running in the middle of my screen simultaneously that I couldn't get away from. That's low rent. Low rent. Ugh. How are you feeling, that? But it costs 1.2 gigawatts to go ad-free. What's up, Brent? How you doing, brother? I hope TK85 makes it to the roster. Me too, dude. Saying, Jack, yeah, possible. Well, let me ask you this. Of the 3 rookies that we talked about, Altmaier, O'Neal, or Hunter, what 3 do you like of those 3? Which one do you think has the best chance of being claimed by another team? You know what I'm saying? Because I understand where you're coming from. I think that we have just a little bit of built-in bias-y towards them. I think we're a little bit more high on these guys than like some other teams might be because we have a little bit more of a tunnel vision on them. You know what I'm saying? There are 31 other teams that are also going to be cutting players. And you could be looking at situations where a team could be like, yeah, we'll take him or we'll consider taking him, but we also want to bring in, a veteran mercenary player who just wanted to sit out of training camp. You know what I'm saying? And then you're looking at a cost-benefit analysis. You know what I'm saying? Altmaier won't be claimed. Yeah, I don't think Altmaier would be claimed. Altmaier, Hunter, no shit. See, I was going to say O'Neal, Hunter, Altmaier, if I'm being honest with you. I think O'Neal has shown the most out of all 3 of them. Or at least the most consistent and upside with I think O'Neal has a nice little pass rush upside to him, just a little bit of polish, a little bit more power. Let's go ahead and it's going to be a short show tonight, guys. It's Friday night. I'm going to go pick up my truck. It's, I just want to get up on out of here. Lions, Dan Campbell delivers awesome message about high school football amid college football chaos. Look, hey, guy, hey. High school football regular season starting up like real soon. Like, might even be this week. I don't know. I think high school football is like the single greatest sport on planet Earth. It is just like football in its just like absolute most purest form. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like the most like, yes, it's not just pure, but it's like the least corrupted version of football. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, when you really boil it down to it, it's just like absolutely for the love of the game. You know what I'm saying, dude? And Dan Campbell delivered a detailed special message to some young kids. You guys grew up together, and I know this. We've got a couple of coaches that have seniors. They have seniors that are opening up tonight, and man, you never forget your senior year for sure. You don't forget all of them, but man, whatever you're at or wherever you're at, make the most of it, because you're not guaranteed to be able to get a chance to play and be with those guys that you grew up with. Enjoy the game at every level, Campbell told reporters on Thursday. He continued on to say, the wins and the sacrifices and the hard work and the blood and the sweat and the tears, It's a special time. Enjoy it. If you're a young guy, I'm a freshman, I'm a sophomore, I mean, you owe it to the seniors because this may be their last time. You get one more shot. They don't, Campbell said. So give them everything you got and make it a special year for them because next year is your year. And you're going to want those guys to help you. So, man, enjoy it. It doesn't last, and you'll remember it for the rest of your life. Yes, that is true. I agree with every single thing Dan Campbell said in this quote, and I want to emphasize to you young guys, to you young cats out there playing, I'm an old man. All right, I graduated in the mid-aughts, class of 06. I just celebrated 20 years of being out of high school. And I'll tell you this, I do remember just about everything from football. Just about everything. And you young guys are going to remember so much more than me because you play such a pussy-ass version of the game. You guys don't do Oklahomas. You guys don't play with concussions. You guys have these super space-age helmets to protect you from things, dude. Fuck up out of here, dude. Play the game like a real goddamn man. Go out there and hit somebody, dude. Go, fuck off. Oh, you're going to protect myself. No, dude. You know what you're going to remember? Laying that dude out week 4 against some fucking team. Some fucking kid that you were like, I'm going to wreck his shit. And you're going to remember that. You're going to remember getting flagged for a crackback block because you're like, oops, I remembered how the game used to be played. Sorry, my ancestors dug deep into my genetic memory, and I decided to crack back that cat over there because he wasn't looking right to left on kickoff. You know what I'm saying, dude? You're going to remember that shit. So quit playing the game like a little baby back bitch. Go out there, knock your opponent's dick in the dirt. And this goes for high school football players, college football players, all the way up to you guys trying to make a fucking 53-man roster in the NFL. Go out there this weekend and every weekend and knock somebody's dick in the fucking dirt. It's not that hard, and I'm telling you, it feels fucking great. That little ringing and the stars you see, bitch, you're going to be fine, dude. Don't worry about it. Don't fucking worry about it. You're fucking fine. Go out there, and you'll feel even better. Look, the best thing for a little bit of a ring-ding-ding-a-ling-ding-ding-dinger that you got is to go out there and ring that bell again, bitch. You know what I'm saying, dude? You know what I'm fucking saying, bro. Strap up, motherfucker. That's what I'm saying. How do we feel, Chad, as we get up on out of here? O'Neal and Hunter will have their options, but probably will be rostered by anyone else. Right on. Dan's speech was great. High school ball is just pure fun to watch. Hell yeah, it is, Mom. My kids' teams up here already started practicing, and they don't start school till the 8th of September. Right on, dude. I just had a guy at work today comes up to me, and he was like, hey, he was like, and like, I knew what the card was when he pulled it out. It was, I knew, because I fucking, forever, all of school, whether it be football or track or, I was in marching band, by the way, or marching band, the booster card, you know, the little coupon booster dicker card, you know what I'm saying? He pulls it out and he's like, so my son isn't out. I looked at him, he goes, it's football boosters. And he takes a big breath and he's going to start the spiel. And I just went, enough said. Just give it to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, give it to me. Beep, scan that bitch. I was like, I don't care. I was like, dude, I don't even live around here. I'm not going to use any of this shit. You had me sold at my son's football boosters, period. I'm done. Sold. Take my money. You know what I'm saying, dude? Like, I was, bro, let's fucking go, dude. You got to love little kids playing football, dude. Young football. It's so good to have fall back, you guys. I am so fucking ready for football, dude. I'm so fucking ready. Keep up the great work, man. I am Mr. Detroit City because of viewers like you. So I haven't been so engaged as engaged as I wanted on the comments. My bad. As well as like Jack and Brandy on Twitter. My bad, you guys can't. I haven't been as active on Twitter. JST2 is almost done. Is almost done. Check let's see if I can get this up on here. Let's see if this will show. Check this blister out, yo. You see this? Look at that fucking blister. That had to wrap, you know, that nylon plastic wrap that's on cables. I was making cables, right, dude? And I inadvertently lit on fire, and dumbass over here was like, doop, and just pinched it, and then, of course, made a little bit of napalm on my fucking finger like an idiot, dude. But we are so close, so very, 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 very close to that son of a bitch rolling. Got PVDC hooked up this week. So, guys, stop baiting so much. I know, dude. That's my baiting finger, dude. I just, me, dude. Just dry as can be, just causing blisters. It's that friction burn. First time I did manual labor. Oh, yeah, I know, yeah. No, dude, I was just, I don't know why. Well, I know. So, all right. So that fucking shit, right? So had to take the PV cable, and first, so you want to wrap it in that fucking that plastic nylon, or not nylon? Yeah, I think it's kind of nylon-y, like mesh stuff. But then we got to heat shrink it, right? So the easiest way to do that is all the frays. I just kind of would melt them a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But of course they ignited because I'm a fucking idiot, and I just was like, I'm stupid. In my whole life, I have this bad habit. My mom can attest to this. Birthday candles, sparklers, exhausts on tractors, a flaming fucking cable. I was like, doop, just like an idiot. Just doop, boop, just grabbing hot shit, burning myself all the time. All the fucking, just grab shit, dude. Like an idiot, dude. And the bitch of it is like I did it, and in my head, I was like, oh, you better go fucking get that off, bud, because this is going to burn to your skin. And I was like, uh-huh. Back to what I was doing. And then I was like, damn, that I need to get that off. That's kind of hot, dude. Because it's just like burning in that son of a bitch. You know what I'm saying? Dude, yeah, I'm a fucking idiot, dude. I don't know why I'm such an idiot, but I'm just like, oh, something hot. Like I just fucking stick my hand on it, dude. I don't know why. I never learned fire hot. Fire hot. Fire hot. Fire hot. I'm like, I better find out for myself. I don't trust you. That's what it is, guys. That we figured it out. My entire life, I'm just a skeptic. I have to find out for myself. You say it's hot, but I don't believe you. You know what I'm saying, dude? Like, oh, I do. I like fire, dude. I like to burn stuff, dude. I like making fire. I like burning stuff. It's the flame, dude. The flame stare when you're just like captivated by the flame, dude. I think that's why I got into welding, is just so I could play with acetylene torches all day long. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, fire. Me hat. I like fire. Yeah, dude, it's true, though, dude. It's true, bro. I get into such a just like, oh, fire. That's probably why I like grilling with charcoal, dude. You know what I'm saying? Next time you want some fire, call me. Hell yeah, Brent. That's what's up, guy. That's what's up. Gentlemen and ladies, I do appreciate the time you guys spent with me this short Friday evening. I know. Too many notes. No, I'm just kidding. It's been a few short episodes, but, there's not a lot. There's not a lot to talk about. Monday we'll have more to talk about, you know what I'm saying? Because we'll obviously have the roster cuts. A solid, kind of another slow week. Let's be honest. Next week's going to be a little bit slower. The week after, we'll start ramping up as we get settled in, getting ready for that September, September 13th? Is that when we square off against the Saints, dude? Ugh. But make sure you guys watch tomorrow's game, dude. There's some position battles. I wanted to see some guys. I'd like to see I just want some more solidification of Keith Abney, maybe a little bit out of the linebacker, like a little bit out of the linebackers, a little bit more out of, not a little bit more, but just the maintaining the high level of play out of our depth pieces. Skyler Gill-Howard, Hassanin, those type of cats. Just maintain that high level of play that you've had all preseason, so that we know that it's not just like a couple of weeks of flash in the pan. You know what I'm saying? Go out there and knock somebody's dick in the dirt. You know what I'm saying? you know what I'm saying? Did you assume my gender? Oh, shit, it's 2026. Hell yeah, dude. Let's go, dude. Let's go. Gentlemen and ladies, have yourself a wonderful rest of the night. Stay out of trouble. Enjoy the weekend. Don't call for bail. It's not pay week. Until Monday at 7 p.m., I'm James with the Hat and Beard Show. You've been the attentive audience. We'll catch you Monday. Bonga, bonga. Frig off. Adieu.